Hello and welcome to Bricks and Bits, episode 80, 20 more to 100, which is when we're quitting apparently. Today's guest is the wonderful, the magnificent, the Bionicle Man himself, LJ Johnson.
Hello.
Wow, really hyped up for just a hello. We also have Brickatect.
Hello.
And I know it's coming, and Just Too Good.
Yo.
Oh, you ruined
I
it.
really hope.
You ruined it.
Soil,
Oh,
we're restarting. Anyway.
Okay, we'll restart.
Anyway, we do have an advertiser this week. Unbrick Me has so graciously sponsored the podcast, and a little ad read I have for him here says, Unbrick Me launches Lego sets up in the air with a drone weekly. Bro, this is like new version of Drop Test. It's pretty insane. Like,
I saw that. I didn't recognize the name, and I read the ad read, and I'm like, I gotta check this
I know
guy out.
he did the TIE Fighter one, and I watched it, or the UCS TIE Fighter. He like snapped some pieces. That because the drone came down and the things were the rotors or whatever were still spinning, and they hit like the Lego the UCS TIE Fighter, just like like actually broke the pieces. Not like, yeah, it was bad. Bad in a good way, I guess. But yeah. Yesterday, hopefully yesterday, in relation to when you're watching this, he released a flying Lego competition. I can't imagine what that entails, where the winner got to keep a UCS Imperial Star Destroyer. What is this budget, bro? Keeping a UCS Star Destroyer, dude, that Mr. Beast type stuff. Go subscribe to Unbrick Me to get weekly flying Lego episodes, guys. He'll be linked down in the description below. So check out Unbrick Me, and thank you for sponsoring. Yeah, he did interview me dude, that was actually kind of funny. I'm at Brick Fair, and like I had known him from online, like I recognized him immediately when I saw him, and he like brought in like a ton, like I don't know, I mean, ungodly is not the right term, but he brought in like a lot of camera equipment, like very professional or whatever, and he's like, can we do an interview? And I'm like, why didn't you just like DM me a week ago and say this was gonna happen? I would have said, I mean, I said yes anyway, but like, it would have just been nice to be like, hey, I'm gonna do this, and I'm like, all right, that's fine.
It seemed like he was so prepared and you weren't so.
Yeah, it was very yeah, but it was cool. But yeah, he did interview me at Brick Fair, but we might have talked about that before. But
yeah, I remember him.
But yeah, so LJ Johnson, what is it like to run a dead YouTube channel?
Well, I'll tell you.
That sounds so mean.
It's not.
It sounds mean, but it's an inside joke now.
I know.
It's not mean.
Just running a dead YouTube channel. All right, let me tell you. It's running a dead YouTube channel that is focused on a theme that has been killed twice.
That is tough to swallow, isn't it? That is rough.
Actually, honestly, the last I want to say 3-4 months have been pretty good because I've started another series that's only going to run throughout the year that people have been asking for like 6 years.
Right.
That's a very conservative estimate.
What is the series?
The series is going over. So, for those who don't know, I've done Bionicle reviews for the last 7 or so years. I've reviewed every Bionicle set that has ever been released, the construction stuff that people are more familiar with from 2001 to 2010, and then again 2015, 2016. I've also reviewed the system play sets for the Bionicle theme that were released in 05, 06, and 07. And so
you did this all on the TTV channel, correct?
That's right, yeah.
Okay,
I did
just
this
so people
all
know where they want to see it.
Absolutely. The TTV channel, not a Twitch streaming channel, I assure you.
So was that name was before Twitch, right?
Yeah, oh, wait.
And that has not aged well.
Oh, unfortunately. Dude, it drives me nuts. Because before, like, I'll play games with my friends, and we'll be, our usual, like, group tag is TTV. And so we're doing our thing. And right around the time Apex Legends came out, we jumped on. It's like, all right, TTV. Wait, that guy's TTV. Oh my gosh, he's a wait, no, that guy's
TTV is not looked highly upon in Call of Duty either. Like
or in Fortnite.
Yeah, it is not.
When I first saw the name TTV in Fortnite, I was like, whoa, that's crazy. They must love Bionicle too. And then little did I know.
Dang TTVer sweating up the lobby. Yeah, that's all it is.
It drives me nuts.
Oh, that's kind of funny though. That's a awesome coincidence.
yeah. I wish we could have capitalized on it, but what are we gonna do? No, wait, they're not TTV. We're TTV. Yeah, but no, I've started a new series, and it's looking over all of the alternate and combination models that were released for the Bionicle theme throughout its run, and there are hundreds of them. That's no exaggeration. So yeah, I've been looking over that, and people have really been flocking to the videos for our channel, at least,
Right.
to see those because they've requested them for years because they're not really covered anywhere else online.
Yeah.
I should do that with the Power Miners alternate or the combiner build.
Yeah, I got
that's where
dibs on Star Wars.
You should.
Okay, there you go. All right, Ryan gets Star Wars. I'll do the Power Miners and keep up with the Bionicle. Bam. That's
Bring it.
Because I always would see those combiner models, but I would never put the two together. You know.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh my god.
But yeah.
So this is a series that's gonna run through the year, right? That's it. Like that's all the content you have, and then what? Like, is that it? Is that TTV retires?
Well, actually, I just wrapped up another series called The Retired Reviews. I just retired them. Kind of, sort of, well, maybe. It's not just the reviews that I do. We also do podcasts and set reviews for other things that Lego will send us, like the Hidden Side stuff. I still, like right behind me is the bookshop that they sent us, and I haven't even had the chance to build it. Like, I haven't had the opportunity, so I'm looking forward to reviewing that.
Yeah, you need to get on that.
Heck yeah.
Well,
you see,
you know, actually, a little conversation topic asking about that. As the TTV's been in land longer than me or Ryan have been, Ryan and I, sorry, better grammar. Do you guys get a lot of sets that you don't end up reviewing, or do you try to review every sets that you get from Lego?
So we try to do something with everything that we get from Lego because they don't necessarily always send us review copies. We've been reached out to, I'm sure you guys are familiar with this, we've been reached out to by basically promotion companies that work with Lego that'll send us, you know, like a big box of Ninjago.
Mystery box, baby.
Exactly. And so they'll send us stuff and they basically just go, enjoy, do with it what you will.
Right.
And
I see.
So we will either review them, like in the case of Hidden Side, or this brick shop, or the bookshop, or we'll give them out in a giveaway. We'll have like a contest. Build the zany Hidden Side ice cream shop, and you could get this set. So we do something with them, but it isn't always a review.
I wanted to ask you, LJ, why your show has stopped at episode 100, because very coincidentally, people believe we are stopping at episode 100. Maybe some parallels here, but no, I honestly didn't even notice that your show hasn't been going for the last 3 months, because I would listen to it, you know, on and off, you know, whenever you did on like Saturdays or something, right? And I would listen to it, and like, I don't know, it just, that part of my life I never realized was gone. Like, I don't know.
There are actually,
it just disappeared, and I didn't notice it disappeared.
There are actually 3 other episodes that I have yet to release that I recorded, but haven't actually had the time to like sit down and go, all right, out there, go.
The archives.
Yes, so there are 3 more that I need to release. The show was put on a hiatus for an unknown period of time because my job, I've been in training for the last 5 months. And because of that, my schedule has been in massive fluctuation. Like sometimes I'll be working, you know, it's throughout the morning. Sometimes it'll be an entire day, afternoon to night, and so on and so forth. And so it hasn't stabilized because I've been in training.
Right.
Now that I'm out of training and I'm going to be on a far more consistent time, which will be night, I'll be able to actually go, okay, the show's coming back. It'll be at this time, because I didn't want to bring the show back and then have like the times and the days just kind of start fluctuating.
Yeah, you want that consistency. Consistency is key with YouTube, 100%.
Exactly. And I've always been about consistency. When I was doing the recap reviews, which were it was the video series going over all of the Bionicle sets.
Right.
They always released on a Tuesday whenever I was releasing them, and I never missed a single Tuesday. And that's over the course of 4 years.
Dang.
That's extreme dedication, because I was doing Throwback Thursdays on Thursdays for quite a bit, and it just got to the point where I was like, oh, I don't want to do this on this day. Like, it's conflicting with other videos and everything like that. So
that can be a problem. Yeah, when you do like news stuff, you know, it happened to me yesterday. I don't remember what I uploaded yesterday, but basically I had to push Ask MandRproductions back a day, which rarely happens, but like it did happen. So stuff does conflict when you have schedules, but for the most part, it works out very well.
Yeah. But I really like that consistency. To me, it's a way of at least letting an audience know, listen, you will be able, like, if you can count on it coming out on this day, or happening on this day. And, like, the time might fluctuate, but the day needs to be consistent.
Right.
And when I couldn't guarantee that, I decided, all right, I'm putting it on pause. There are a slew of people I still want to have on and a slew of topics to cover and perspectives to learn and glean from. But it has to wait until I can consistently, reliably have it on a certain day, because otherwise I feel it would be incredibly disingenuous.
Yeah, no, I
So
agree
deep.
with you. I do.
I personally, I don't care about scheduling stuff, but like, you know, I respect your guys' drive.
I do.
You know,
I do want to say when you
consistent.
when you get your show kicked back up, you should have the Brickitect on. Very interesting fellow.
I wouldn't recommend it. Too late.
Guy's
Sorry.
a little weird.
It has to happen. Yeah. I'm a little weird. That works.
Yeah. Good combo. Yeah, no, Greg, you should totally go on there. It'd be interesting. I'd watch that.
All right.
I would watch that. Good combo. Do you guys want to do a little news? Little spice of news here?
Sure.
Oh, are we talking about the child?
We're talking about the sub box apocalypse for Greg.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
Greg, you thought the brickheads were bad. Ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you, by scrolling down to page 4 and 5 of the Google Doc, the Lego Star Wars Razoer Crest.
We don't have a price on it. We don't have a release.
Yeah. We don't have a price.
Or maybe you do.
The release is probably August 1st. It's probably August 1st, but also like maybe they I don't know why they wouldn't release this May 4th. I still don't understand why they don't do more stuff for that. But yeah,
I don't know why they. I mean, it's production things. I bet they didn't plan on the series of the Baby Yoda being such a hit, yada yada. But
right.
Like, if I was them, I would have got this out in April. Like,
Yeah. I commend them for getting it done rather quickly. Still, like it's still
at least we don't,
because
remember that you had that video that we might not even have gotten Mandalorian sets. So
yeah, that was very much a worry. So this is set number 75292, which is actually notably after the last known set number for summer sets. So this seems like another late addition, much like the Brickheads, which are 75317. So like I said, within the normal scheme of things, it didn't seem like there was going to be said set, but it has been tacked on essentially, which is very good to see. Like Lego really got on it this time. I'm very proud. But yeah, the Razoer Crest has like 1,023 pieces, I believe, and from that, I will completely speculate that it will probably cost $120 or $130. So that's like the going rate for a Lego Star Wars set like this. I feel like, although if it was less, I would wholeheartedly be okay with that. Like that would be great. So, Greg, how do you feel your sub box is gonna fare with this set being revealed?
It's going to be destroyed. I guess to get people's backstory.
Ryan, what are you talking about? He totally is seeing this after it was revealed.
Right. Just to give the backstory on this, I woke up Saturday morning to, I check YouTube when you get up, and it's like literally every single video in my subscription feed was the Brickheads. It was. I'm scrolling for like 35 minutes and I'm still seeing these videos come up. It was insane. So I did a little post that said RIP sub feed, and it was just like me scrolling through all these. It was kind of funny, and it also is kind of like crazy that they were all posted like 7 hours ago, and that would have been like 1 o'clock in the morning or something for you.
Yeah,
so, like, everybody was like, I got to get on this.
That was it. Yeah, my mom called me like that Saturday or whatever it was. It was like a Friday, because she's looking at Instagram more than I do.
Yeah.
She's like, there's a Baby Yoda set, and I'm like, oh shit. No, you're hanging with friends. I don't want.
Hey, add that to the Just Too Good cuss counter. Whoever's keeping track.
Oh yeah, shit, yeah. I say that sometimes.
No,
but yeah, you're right.
But like But this is gonna completely destroy sub boxes. The set is amazing though. Like I really think they've knocked it out of the park.
I think it looks
this.
great, except for one thing.
Yeah.
What do you think? Do you guys have the same feeling? Like, I feel like Baby Yoda isn't complete because he doesn't have that bulky.
Yeah, he
torso,
doesn't.
Or he doesn't have the little.
Okay, so
thing.
I understand why they didn't make like a custom body mold for Baby Yoda because they already have a baby body mold for all their Lego figures, right? Like,
yeah, that's fair.
I guess that's fair to not expect, although I was kind of expecting it, but like I'm indifferent. Like I can live without it. The face, honestly, if you look at just the Baby Yoda close-up figure face, not as cute as I feel like it could have been. Like a little smirk there maybe or something. He kind of looks sad. I don't know. There's not.
Same here.
Like it's nice, but it's not.
It doesn't feel like the best they could do.
He's kind of looking at you like he wants you to love him.
Right, and maybe in hand this will look different, and I'm definitely gonna save my. It could look different in hand.
Well, like I said, I want the cradle too.
The cradle is another big missing thing. But I don't. Again, the cradle I feel like would have to be its own mold at that scale. Like you can't just build a.
Can you not put him in a flower pot piece?
You want Baby Yoda to go in a flower pot.
I mean that piece works for it. That piece actually works for it. Like, okay, we got to see it. Okay, once I get my hands on this figure. The flower, I'll show you. I'll show you the bowl piece.
He's not okay. It's Lego. Are you talking about like the ball turret pieces?
Which one? No, I don't think so.
It's not the flower pot from like Series 18.
No, not that one. No.
I think I know.
I know
what
it's not that about. Let me see.
Like on the front of
the restaurants has it. I think.
Okay, that's not helping me. I need Star Wars here.
I don't know. I think this Baby Yoda is. See, full disclosure, haven't watched the show. I don't have an intention to.
You're uninvited from Bricks and Bits.
I'm already here.
You're done. Have a nice day.
Do the alligator
man. I've got my fill of Disney.
Walk the plank.
I watched all the Marvel movies. I did my time.
Did you do your time and watch the Rise of Skywalker?
I feel like you're missing something good with the Mandalorian, though. To be honest, but please continue.
Every picture I've seen of Baby Yoda, this looks like Baby Yoda, but it looks like Lego, the Lego Group's interpretation of Baby Yoda.
That's a fair assessment.
So that's why I like, because Lego should have a little bit of stylization to things, because it is a style of its own. Yeah. So I think this is a good representation of what Baby Yoda would look like. Like, I'd expect to see this in a Lego Star Wars game.
Right. Huh.
I think that works fairly well for it, personally.
Yeah, I think that's fair. But as of now, we don't have any more pictures of the set. Unfortunately, I'm sure more stuff will be revealed at Toy Fair, but I only have one picture, so we.
You see the flower pot piece?
Is that too small? That doesn't look like his thing though.
Small. I know. That, looking at it now, it doesn't really. Yeah.
I think it could sort of work though. It'd be one extra piece they'd have to throw in. I think you could make it work.
Yeah.
I think it'd feel cheap.
Ideally, I guess at this point, I kind of wish they just made a new piece for the cradle, but I guess we got a new piece for.
To me, that's the only way they can do it. It's too specialized of a thing.
Yeah,
for them to make in such a small size. Like the build is fine for the brickheads. Speaking of the brickheads, let's scroll down to the brickheads. Baby Yoda and Mandalorian revealed, and I'm sure everyone's seen it a million times in their sub box. But this one came out. This one came out of left field on Friday or whatever. And I was gonna say earlier, Brickatect or Greg, that BFAB and Jim Blade and I were all on a hangout call at like 1 a.m. or whatever when this dropped, and Jim Blade's like, "Ryan, there's Lego news," and I'm like, "What? Where?" And he like sends me the link, and I'm like, "Oh my god!" And then BFAB's like, "What Lego news? Where? Send me the link. Where? I can't see it." Meanwhile, Jim Blade and I Jim Blade got it first, then BFAB, then me.
That's funny.
So that was the order of operations there. But yeah, this set, really cool looking brickheads. I'm sure this is gonna be really hard to get. For $20, it'll be the cheapest way to have a Baby Yoda build.
Speaking of money on Baby Yoda, how much do you think that Baby Yoda from the Razoer Crest is going to go for?
Was talking with Brickfive about that today. He thinks it may go for $50 or something.
Oh my god.
$40 or something. Yeah, like in that range. It could very well be like a very expensive set.
Yeah.
Or a very expensive figure.
Because people are just going to want that.
Yeah.
And non-Lego people are just going to want that.
Right. Yeah.
That's insane.
Could be a lot. So it's the only set, like obviously you have the brickheads, right? But like it's the only set the actual minifigure is in, and the minifigure is obviously what a lot of people are going to want. To be honest though, again, I don't know exactly how everyone feels about it, but maybe it won't stick with people once it's out there in the hands of everyone. What do you think?
Why do you think that?
I don't know. To me, the Baby Yoda just doesn't look perfect. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
The minifigure,
right?
No, the minifigure. What it's going to be worth, like
the brickheads
on eBay.
Okay, I got a little.
Because the Mandalorian is worth like $20. So.
Yeah. I see.
Of note,
I thought you were talking about the brickheads. Nice. I was like, the brickheads looks fine. It's just the minifig. And you're right. I could see some people actually complaining.
Yeah. Of note, the Mandalorian is the same figure that we got in the ATST, and Grief Karga is freaking dope. And my only complaint with the Razoer Crest set, final word on it, no speeder bike for the Scout Trooper. Like, that was just such an easy inclusion. Speeder bike. Scout Trooper? No, I think it's the same one that we got last year. But speeder bike and one of those little like satchel pouches, would have been a perfect little thing for this, because obviously he holds him in a satchel in the movie or in the show. So
I mean, personally, a speeder bike, if it's like 120, yeah, but if it's 90, I'll be fine. You know, it really depends.
Right.
We'll have to wait.
If this set's $90, it's the saving grace of Lego Star Wars.
Oh yeah, there's no way they will.
I think it's more likely to be 150 than it is to be 90.
Yeah, what's the over under? 125?
I think like 120 is where it's gonna sit at.
I think so too. I think 1,023 pieces puts it at 120. That's just,
you got to pay the Star Wars tax.
That's
Disney tax.
Look at this. Like this is the slave one. This is the slave one.
Yeah.
$120.
Pretty
Done
much.
deal. So that's where I'm at. Who's buying it? Obviously me. Justin, would you buy? 100.
Yeah, I'll buy
Call
it.
it 120.
I'll buy it. It's one set. I'll buy it up to 150.
Oh wow.
You know?
You have a very high cap.
I like the show. I like
it too. I'd pay that as well, but I'd think Lego would be insane to charge that.
If they're doing one Mandalorian set per season, let's say they do that, I'll buy everyone. No matter if it's, I mean, unless they're like UCS shit, which I don't, you know, it's the big scale, but like, I'll buy this one. I bought the ATST. I'll buy another one if they have that, because I like the show and I'll support it.
Did you buy the battle pack?
Yeah. That
All
one,
right.
I go back and forth considering that. I guess that is a Mandalorian based one, but
It is.
Am I wrong in saying that all of those, did those characters appear in the show? Or
Yeah, they're like you know, part of the Mandalorian army or whatever the heck that you see.
That's what I get. They're like
up.
generic.
Yeah, they're pretty generic, but they're still part of the show, I feel like.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I bought that one for sure, but I mean like more of like the character based sets. Like I like that. I like the show. I'll buy them.
Yeah.
You know?
Greg, you buying?
I'm on the fence.
Ooh. On the fence.
I want the Mandalorian minifig, but I was just gonna get the ATST to get that, which is $40, and I kind of like that model better than this ship, because I don't know what I'm gonna do with the ship after I build it.
Put it on the shelf like everything
I don't know
else.
if it's worth getting it just for the little baby Yoda, which from what I understand, the Star Wars elitists are saying that you shouldn't call him Baby Yoda.
It's Baby Yoda. Who are the
They're
Star
saying
Wars
the
elitists?
child.
It is technically the child.
In my Instagram comments about it. So I was like, oh man, they're gonna be getting fired up in this podcast.
Yeah, well, it's Baby Yoda as far as everyone's concerned. So,
I mean, that's what I really want out of this. I don't know if I really want the ship.
Huh, interesting take. Yeah, the flip side of that is you just want to buy Baby Yoda. I feel like you're going to be paying like $50 for that, and at that point, you may as well buy the set.
Yeah,
because it's just going to be expensive. LJ, you haven't seen the show? I assume you're not buying it.
I honestly don't buy any Star Wars sets, so I won't be buying this.
If the LAN offers to send it to you, do you take it?
Oh yeah, easily. No, actually, here's the thing though. I have been hoping for, because I've never actually owned a modern Lego General Grievous, who's my favorite character.
I got you. I'm gonna repay you for the Bionicle last year.
Repay me? No, yeah. that wasn't a trade. It
was
no,
you know, no, but I'm gonna get you a gift for next year.
Oh, you know what?
Look at that.
Fair enough. I appreciate that.
Yes.
But now, honestly, as far as the price is concerned for this, 140.
Ooh,
you're probably right.
Hot take.
That's where I'm putting my bets.
Yeah, I mean, it's sad because any of that could be it could be anywhere from $80 to $170.
The thing that pushes me
I won't be surprised
is the Baby Yoda head.
Really, you think that little mold costs that much?
I mean,
it is an only new piece there. But, you know.
I don't think it costs that much, but that in addition to it being a Star Wars set and also a Mandalorian set, which presumably they would have had to scramble for to make.
Right.
All of
that's less working hours for the employees, so Lego had to pay people less money. If they got it done quickly. Come on, you got to think outside the box.
My guess is going to be 140 on the high end.
All right. Yeah, the thing is, Lego could also be like, hey, it's got Baby Yoda. We're just going to charge a premium because F them. So that could also be that I'm 100% serious. That could be the rationale. Could just happen. Anyway, there's more Star Wars summer rumors. We'll just kind of gloss over them. I don't really have too many thoughts on this. Oh yeah, Justin, thanks for the shout out in your video. I watched it today.
Oh yeah, I saw your comment.
There's like Anakin Starfighter, which I'm not too hot on because it's another Jedi Starfighter, but we'll see, I guess. Plus, we just had Anakin's Interceptor. Like, I could do without it. That's what I'm saying. The Bark Speeder with ATRT sounds kind of interesting. And what else am I missing that we didn't have last week? The Night Buzzard? Maybe? Yeah, maybe. Episode 9 Night Buzzard. That'll complete the Knights of Ren collection, so that'll be nice. But that's quick thoughts on more Star Wars rumors, unless anyone else has anything to add. All right, moving on. Minions. Holy crap. I'm actually in. I'm in.
What?
Really?
I'm in. These are good. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. Or wait, is that sugar? No. I'm not gonna
You're being honest.
say what I feel. These look good. And I'm gonna watch the Minions movie, and I'm gonna buy some of these sets.
Who are you, and what have you done with Ryan?
I'm becoming the Facebook mom I've always been.
What
Oh my.
are
These
I
are
think they're cute too. They're just random shit. I like it. Sorry, I keep saying that.
That's 3.
I know. Gosh, darn it.
So, the set that you married, Justin, had a child, and it ended up in Minions. As soon as I saw that, I was like, wait, why is there... Oh, that's that! And then I was like, oh my god.
It might be a previous marriage. I don't know. It doesn't look too much like her. I'll take it in as my stepson, but I do like that set the best. I think it's just a cute little random why is this? But
this whole all 5 of these sets are just so random that they're actually good.
Random things. Well, that's what I like. It's like Toy Story, and that was when it was sad that because these aren't even 4+, and all of Toy Story is 4+. With Toy Story, you could do whatever. Like the first 2010 Toy Story sets, we got a Western set, a spaceship, a trash compactor, and you could do the same thing with Despicable Me, where it's just
RC
random, cool, interesting builds. Yeah, an RC car. This one we have a plane, which I like that personal plane. I like the Chinese, New Year's-esque set, of course. And the minifigures. Let's be honest. I mean, Mega Bloks did pretty good with their Despicable Me Minion minifigures, but these, for Lego, I think these are actually really well done. They're a cool system.
Yeah, and obviously, I think the hardest one to get right might have been, because obviously they made new molds for all the Minions, which obviously was the way to go and works great. But I think Gru might have been cool to see, in his actual form. I feel like is he like...
They have young Gru.
I was going to say, is he like this Gru Minions?
Yeah,
I gotta look it up.
It's young Gru in that movie, so this is young Gru.
I gotta search young Gru, I guess, because all the ones are tall, skinny him. Young Gru. Greg and LJ, thoughts? Okay, I guess he looks good enough. I'll give him props for Gru.
I'm gonna be honest. I've never seen a Minions movie, so I have no familiarity with any of this. From an unbiased perspective that hasn't seen them kind of, memed to death, they're really good adaptions. They're solid adaptions. I think the use of that... See, at first when I saw these, I thought, are these Duplo? Because, the Minions look like something I'd expected to Duplo. But
sure.
I forgot about, the ice cream guy where they were experimenting with these. It looks like his limbs.
What do you mean? What's the ice cream guy?
What ice cream guy?
From, movie 2. Ice cream cone.
Oh, you mean the...
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
Ryan's favorite build ever.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And so
I did like that guy.
I understand that maybe those are those arms, and they've made the new torso molds. They're accurate adaptions. These are going to be super friggin' popular.
Yeah.
I can see it now. I will not buy a single one.
Wow.
I have no interest, none
Wow.
whatsoever. And honestly, I'm a little terrified by those large minions. The big ones.
Oh my.
I feel like those are my sleep paralysis demons.
Oh my god. Yikes.
Oh,
yeah,
Rick.
I guess you should not keep any of these in the house. I think if I'm gonna buy any, I might get the buildable minion characters, although I probably shouldn't.
Come on, I thought you were gonna buy more.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see when I'm at the Lego store. I think I'll be walking out with 4 of these, and I won't be able to stop myself. But Trolls is the
Honestly.
one true theme I can stop myself with.
I know. Well, I couldn't stop myself with that one.
Yeah.
This is my type of themes. I like the cartoony, weird Lego things. Even if I like, Despicable Me 3 sucked, but like, you know, I don't even know if I'll see this one in theaters, but I will get every Lego set of it.
Will you be picking any up at full retail, Greg?
No, not even a little bit.
Oh, that's harsh.
I've never seen any of these movies, and like to me, without any connection to it, I'm so far out on these. It's not even funny. Like I'm probably more likely to get Trolls than to get this.
Wow,
really?
That's hot take.
Are you going to let Clark watch the Minions movies?
I mean, he can watch it if he wants to. I mean, that's who I see these sets for. I could see, like, I think even Clark might be too old for these sets.
Really? I don't think so.
And he's 5.
No.
Wow, that's a real hot take.
Yeah, like
I mean, there's
like,
two of them are 4+. Two of them are 4+. But
like today, Clark built the Iron Man mech, and like to go from that to this is like such a step back. It's like going. I don't know. It's. We're out. I'm making an executive decision for both of us that we're out on these.
Greg hates me. It's like the banned cartoon of your house.
Apparently, I don't really care if you watch.
Well, a lot of people hate Minions, so I literally don't even blame you. But it seems like yours is more of an unfamiliarity.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with it, and like I don't think these builds look that good in my opinion. Especially like that plane. I know you like it, but to me that plane looks like
I think
garbage.
the plane's blocky.
Really?
Yeah. It's a little blocky.
Oh,
It's very 1990s-esque.
Oh, it is pretty blocky, but it is very 1990s-esque, and that's why I love it. I love 1990s simple Lego sets, 4 wide, you know. Yeah. But I don't like super juniorized, and I don't know if it's super juniorized.
I don't know how these aren't junior sets. It's like
it's weird because like only 2 of them are, you know, like
these are more junior, like you said, more juniors than like the Toy Story sets.
There's 4. I know. And yet that one was stuck to the juniors line. I don't know. And they're not even doing sets on the new Pixar movie that's coming out, which is Onward. And that makes me sad.
I've seen trailers to that. It seemed nice. Like a good story.
Because we got Toy Story 4, we got Incredibles, we got Cars, but not Onward. You know, we didn't get Coco either. It seems like all the original ones.
I feel like if Onward's a hit and they make a sequel, that's when you get sets.
Then we'll get sets. Yeah, you're right.
I don't know why they would, make it on a first round.
Fair. Like I guess because it's like a Pixar movie, I expected it, but yeah.
I just think they'd be afraid if the movie flops, their sets flops. They want something that's proven. So
I guess you're right. Because
when was the last time
they tend to do it on sequels now?
Yeah, other than like original IPs, when's the last time Lego actually made a theme to coincide with a first time movie like that? Like, really trying to think.
Good.
I can't pull one out.
I'm going back, and I could name a few. Lone Ranger.
Okay, that was 2009 or whatever.
That flopped.
Same year.
Speed Racer, that flopped.
That's all like late 2000s.
They learned their lessons from all those.
I mean, if you could count Ghostbusters 2016 as a standalone,
Ghostbusters already existed. No.
Okay, but even then, I was gonna say that flopped.
It had
Ghostbusters
2016
flopped.
It still had Ghostbusters.
Yeah. So
the Lego movie.
The Lego movie. That you're right. That one didn't flop. Okay.
That's different. That one doesn't count. I meant to ask you earlier, LJ, but have you watched Lego Masters?
I haven't. I've had a bunch of my coworkers because like my coworkers know what I do.
Yeah.
And they've been like, "Hey, have you seen Lego Masters?"
Yeah.
Like, no, I haven't had the chance. I've got them recorded. I'm planning on watching them tonight.
Oh.
I'm really looking forward to it. I've heard it's really good.
It is. It's surprisingly good, to be honest. I hadn't watched any of the other versions, but yeah, that's.
Why did they walk up to me while they were at Brick Fair?
yeah. If you want to get, it's not like, well, they DM'd a bunch of people on Instagram too. It wasn't just at Brick Fair. Mm-hmm. Like Brick Fair wasn't the
DM'd
one.
me looking for people, but they didn't give me any.
Like, we don't. No bugs allowed, but
you know any builders? I'm like, yeah, thanks.
I think
you haven't seen my secret.
Hard to market a mask.
Yeah. You're gonna have some copyright problems there.
I really hope there's a season 2, and I hope they do the open audition thing again, because I wanted to audition this time, but like the timing with me just getting my job didn't work out.
Right.
So I'm hoping they do a sequel, and I can go for that. That would be cool.
Who would you partner with?
I'm not sure, because my partner, the one that I had talked to about it, is a friend of mine by the name of Zach. He's been on my show once before, and he's a really good mockist. The issue being, I'm not really a mockist, and on top of that, I don't work with system. I'm a construction.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
I was gonna say your caveat for going on the show should be that you only build with Bionicle parts.
That's the thing though. Well, I was thinking about it. It's like,
That would be a nice
what would be
quirk.
my hook?
Probably wouldn't get
What
very
would be my
far,
catch?
but it'd be cool.
Yeah, exactly. But I'd make that the most entertaining 1.5 episodes you'll ever watch.
Right.
But I think it would be
God.
fun.
Yeah, I would be very intrigued to see how far you could go only building in non-regular Lego parts, but I don't think it would be very far.
I've made LDD system mocks before, so given enough time, I can come up with something. But I mean,
Right.
I've never actually tried in physical pieces.
So should we not talk about episode 2 so we don't spoil it for you?
Dad, I'll just go ahead and deafen. So just let me know in the chat when.
Okay,
you guys get-
okay, we can do that.
Okay.
All
Go for
right.
it.
So Justin and Greg, you watched it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought that's like our thing. We record these, and then right after Lego Masters comes on, then we watch it. It's good stuff. But anyway, Lego Masters episode 2. I linked a Brick Fan article who did a summary. I wasn't really gonna read their summary. I was just gonna use it for pictures. But they actually have a very nice summary of like the people and what they built. But I thought this episode was considerably better than episode 1, which I already thought was really good. Like,
Really?
Yeah.
I'm amazed. I thought episode 1 was better.
no, I thought in episode 1, I felt like there was like 7 minutes at the beginning that was just like dedicated to like meeting people and setting the ground rules for the series and doing, pulling out the Lamborghini or the Ferrari, whatever car it was, I don't remember, and doing all that, fiasco stuff. This one, they were able to spend a lot more time on like the building aspect of it and showing more of what people were doing during the building. They even were able to put in a little section during it of like called Lego Learn, where they taught you I think
thought that was
snot,
cool.
like, so they were teaching people like little stuff like that. So that was one of my criticisms of the first episode, and they were able to really improve upon that, and that's what I enjoyed about it. So that's what I thought. Did you thought it was worse or just like on
Yeah,
par?
I thought a little, because I was less interested personally that they had to build something and then destroy it and have everything like I would rather see, like, I love the theme of the first episode where it was Dream Park?
Theme park.
Theme park? Yeah.
Yeah.
That to me is more interesting. That's the only reason. And I felt like the guest star of having Blossom Girl there
I did
was
not
a
know
little
who that
tacked
was.
on.
Yeah, she did
She's
not
from
help
Big
me.
Bang Theory. She has a Lego
never
minifigure,
watched Big
funny
Bang
enough.
Theory. I will say my one guest star that I feel like they should have to have is Adam Savage. I think Terry
Yeah, that
Crews
would
is
be a
going to be
cool
on because
one.
I think I saw him in the trailer. But Adam Savage would be amazing on this show.
That just makes sense,
Yeah, so whether it's this season or next or whatever, I really want to see that happen. But I liked the aspect where they destroyed the mocks. I didn't like the aspect that they were kind of judged on the destruction of their mock. Like, I felt some of that was forced, where the judges were like, I didn't like that it didn't explode enough, and I'm like, wait, all the pieces are blown up. What do you mean it didn't explode enough? And it was just kind of
Well, what
dumb to
sucks
me.
is
I don't
that
know.
you have to. It really depended on where Will would hit it and stuff like that.
That
like,
too.
It felt very situational, and that's another thing I didn't like.
What were you
about
gonna
this
say,
episode.
Greg?
I feel like that this was an interesting concept because it wasn't just about making an interesting build. It was that, but also you had to figure out when you were creating it and designing it, how it would break apart and what that would look like. So you notice a lot of people filled their thing with like almost like a piñata almost. So when it exploded, it was cool. I feel like it's not something you'd expect when you're making a Lego set, or like when you're doing a challenge, you wouldn't be like, hey, we're going to destroy this thing you're making, so you need to make it look awesome when it blows up. And obviously some of the people really, there was a few that couldn't handle that, but I thought this challenge was cool. I didn't understand the whole Blossom, why she was there, but then someone told me that she was in Big Bang Theory, which then had a Lego set, which was like completely kind of like a stretch, I guess.
Right. But
I know
like, what did she
didn't
do?
even mention that she had a minifigure, which would have been
No,
cool.
all they said she did a PhD with I don't know what they were going for there, but
I mean, to me, the bigger question is, what did she do? What did she add to the show? And to me, there was not
answer
much.
between
It was
her
just a
and what's his
guest
face.
star.
Yeah.
But this was the episode for me where I liked Will Arnett in the first episode. I was like, oh, this is great. This one, his shtick started to get on my nerves a little bit.
Thank
Like,
you. That too.
I'm like,
Yes,
dude, okay,
thank you.
we've seen and heard everything that you do now, basically, and it's just going to be the same thing every episode from here on. I don't know.
Anyway, the people that ended up getting eliminated, spoiler alert if you haven't figured that one out already, were the two older women. So they got eliminated. I really didn't think it was going to be them. I thought...
Me neither. They made it seem like
the guy and girl were
gonna arguing.
Yeah,
we're gonna.
Yeah.
They were gonna get eliminated. They did not. So much to my disdain, it was the guy and the girl. And hopefully this week the other two get eliminated, or it was the two.
You really want to get rid of them? Huh?
I want them gone, but I have a feeling they'll be sticking around because.
Why do you want them gone?
Because it's annoying. I don't like them.
You
gotta have a villain, I guess. But
there you go.
Gotta have a villain. I'm sure. Yeah. So that's where I'm at. Gotta go. Someone's gotta lose.
I guess. Okay. So
but do you want to make like real predictions for this week? Who do you think? I don't know if we did this last week, but we should do this. Who do you think might lose this week? I want to say Sam and Jessica.
I mean, that's the best.
But it's not. Like, there's no way.
It would be them because they were arguing. Like, that's all we got, So
yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. We'll see.
What is the
I wouldn't
challenge
be
this
surprised
year?
if
this one.
I don't know.
Okay.
Find out when I watch.
Greg?
The people that won this episode, I feel like have a lot of talent just based on this build. I wouldn't be surprised if they end up winning it. Because
another thing is they also have chemistry, aren't they? Married or something like that?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. Tyler previously worked for what was known as the Brick Show, now known as B3, designing models. So like I think he could have been or maybe potentially could in the future be like a legit Lego designer.
Oh, so. I didn't know he was affiliated with the Brick Show.
Oh yeah.
That explains why he's so amazing then at what he's doing.
I don't think that
it's called B3 now. Can you explain? Why is it called B3?
I didn't mean because he was associated with the Brick Show. I just mean
it's called Build Better Bricks, and was just their rebranding to get out from under the name, I guess, and like disassociate themselves with the Brick Show. So I don't know. That's honestly that's a Brick vibe. It's a Brick vibe question. He knows a lot more about that than I do. Anyway,
I was thinking about the Brick Show the other day, just as a side tangent here. I was thinking like,
wait, can we bring LJ back in?
They had so much going on YouTube, and then they left or got shut down or whatever. I just wondered like what's come of them today, or like what are they up to?
Okay, wait. You have to say it again for LJ. I'm sure because we talked about the Brick Show a lot last time he was on, or 2 times ago.
Okay. All I said was I was thinking about the Brick Show the other day and how they were fairly big on YouTube. I remember being a subscriber, and then they got shut down. They left, and like I haven't heard or seen them at all, and I just wonder what they're up to these days, and if they're still doing their thing.
They started a new business, B3, and that's all they do, as far as I know. Well, they're also. Yeah, they've had that, but they're also doing this thing with like Wildcard Toys or something that is kind of weird, and I don't know if I want to use the word shady, but I definitely used to think that, but I can't remember everything anymore because that was like 3 years ago. Again, this is all good Brick vibe question, but yeah, I wanted to have you hear that, LJ, because I wasn't sure if you had any input on that.
On what, the Brick Show?
Yeah, because I know I'm pretty sure we talked about them a lot last time you were on too, like the 2 times ago.
I think we did. So my familiarity with the Brick Show is as someone who knew them, but never interacted with them whatsoever.
How does that work?
I watched them in a complete sense. I didn't watch the videos, but I watched their existence completely separate from any hands-on experience. Now, always struck me as just doing something that they just kind of did for snickers and giggles.
What do you mean?
I mean, it's I've heard that they never really did the YouTube channel as their primary thing. Like it's always kind of sort of just been the business anyway, and the YouTube thing was kind of just something else.
Right. I guess I wouldn't disagree with that.
That's kind of what they said when they left. They were kind of like, this has never been like our true income source, and we're not really concerned about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it was just something that they did. And it's like for me right now, making Lego videos, making the reviews that I've made, making everything, it's not, my goal is not to be a YouTuber. It's not to be, hey, what up guys? It's LJ 540. Today we're going to be taking a look at some sick new Bionicle fan images. Like, that's not my thing. I want to be a voice actor. Also, I have a job. This, to me, is a hobby. It's one that I'm obviously very invested in, and I love it, and I have no intention of stopping anytime soon. But I understand that with that comes a certain... I take it seriously to a point, you know? Like, I take it seriously enough as to not disrespect the people that are watching it, but also I enjoy it. If I'm doing something I'm not having fun doing, then I'm gonna kind of put it off to the side, or I'm gonna shelve it.
Amen.
With them, that always seemed to be the thing. They always just kind of did it because, well, it's something they're doing. Maybe some people have fun with it, and there are people that come and watch, and that's fine. That's good. But if it ends, well, okay, that's fine too. So, because I watched the video that the one guy made explaining, the Brick Show is Tostitos on YouTube. But I know they still have their website, and I know they still discuss Lego. They're still at some degree involved in the hobby.
Well,
and that's why, to me, it always struck me as really weird that there was such a push for it to be a good thing that they ended. I never understood that, because they never really, to me, seemed like they were doing anything wrong. They were just existing.
And inherently, no. Yeah, they were just existing. That's that's a very fair way to put it. Like, they weren't doing anything that was hurting anybody, really.
Yeah.
But to me, what they did was weird. Like, I don't know. I didn't like that they basically sold off what their channel was. Like, their channel was them, and then they basically hired people to be them. Which, like,
yeah.
I guess if you don't want to do it, that's what you would do. But, like, also, to me, YouTube is very much a place where it's about the people that are the channel and less about these, like, corporation type things like that where you just hire people to do it. I don't know. I felt like that was really weird. And they had kind of themselves quit on their channel while still just hiring other people to make videos for their channel, and it loses the personality that it once had. But
to a degree, it gains another personality. Like, even now,
right?
Like on the TTV channel, many of our members who have been around for its entirety, for the entirety of it, I can speak English, I swear.
Not getting that impression.
Eso sí que es. Many of the people who have been there for the entirety of its existence, so it's been about a decade,
right,
are now dropping out. They're stopping. They're no longer interested. They've been burned by things that have happened in the past. They've been burned by things Lego have done, and so they're kind of just dropping it. Now, I'm talking people who co-founded the entire thing.
Right.
As such, recently, over the last few weeks, and actually we're gonna do some more of this like tomorrow, we at TTV, for our podcast, we have been trying out new hosts. We've been trying out new people who aren't people we have had as a part of our dynamic,
right,
to see if they would fit. Not because we want them to run things, but simply because we know Meso is one of the other co-founders, we know we can't have this go on the way it is forever. And we know we might not be able to do it forever. So, because we care so much about what we have built up over the years, and we don't want to see it just end because we're not as invested in it, or just not as able to contribute as we might have been before, because, everyone's growing up, getting into college, getting jobs, and so on. We still want to try and preserve its existence somehow. And even if it won't be our dynamic that holds out through the ages, at least a dynamic can form, and new people can come in to have some of the same experiences we got to have. It gives them that opportunity to experience that where they might not have otherwise, and they can exist on their own merits, which is why I look at the Brick Show and them doing that, not necessarily as we're a corporation now, so good luck, and here's your paycheck. It's them. They know people like the channel, and while they might not be as invested and they might not be able to sustain it, they don't want it to just suddenly vanish and die. They want to at least give the people who watch it a chance to continue to enjoy it.
Which, ironically, at the fault of some of the people that they hired to stop the very thing that they wanted to stop, is exactly what happened.
Yeah, I mean, that happens, It's a bit of a coin flip, because they aren't you. The general you. I mean, like, they aren't the Brick Show folks that started it, so they might not necessarily have that experience. So it's a coin toss, It's like, well, we're hiring these people, they might work out, or they might cause the end of things. It's hindsight's 2020.
Right, well, always.
And so that's why when I saw everything that was happening, I was like, well, I don't understand this backlash. Because they exist, they're doing their own thing. No one is getting hurt by it. at all. And then when they stopped, it was almost like they got attacked for it. They got attacked for someone screwing up and getting the channel toasted. And I just felt that was just kind of dirty.
No, you're not wrong, and I was 100% a part of that. But like, it is kind of interesting looking back on it. I don't know why myself and so many people felt that way. Like, we had really developed a big disdain for what their channel had become and like what they were doing, because they basically took their YouTube channel, which, and I think Brickvault follows a lot of the same model, where it felt like they started it as a business, and it wasn't like a lot of us who just started YouTube to start YouTube because it was fun, and like it was this thing that, you know, we found out with our friends in school we could just make videos and get subscribers, and like whatever happens happens. Like, but a lot of channels like that start as a business, like just straight up as a business, it's like, I don't know, it always like kind of irks me the wrong way, like when it just starts like that. So
I totally get
maybe that was part of it, but like, and
I could tell you personally back, I mean, I at one point I was like distasteful toward the Brick Show when I was probably a lot younger, when I started up the channel or something, even though I met them in person because they used to live in my city. But I think a lot of it back when I was younger was just jealousy. I just felt like, oh man,
envy,
you know?
like, oh, I hate them because I ain't them. Yeah, that kind of thing. I get that.
But that was like 2012, 2013, so that was before they got taken
Well,
off.
it's
So
also when you were like really young, right?
I was much younger, yeah. Not to reveal a bug's age, but I was much younger.
I get that. Same way. But yeah, so that's why I watched all that. I was like, well, they're just people too. Like, we're all just people. We're all just doing things. We're all just doing our own thing. And so when they came under attack, I was like, well, but why? Because I'm 100% in the camp that if somebody does something that's sincerely, genuinely garbage, like if somebody does something to hurt somebody else or attack somebody else and degrade them and just bring them down for basically no reason, or has a behavior that is just absolutely horrible and is taking advantage of people need to be called out for that. They absolutely do. I don't shy away from that ever. And so that's why when, you know, all this is happening, it's like, well, maybe I'm just out of the loop. Has the Brick Show done stuff like that? Because they're getting under attack as though they did. And that just seemed really weird, because all I'd ever known them for were fellow creators who were making videos, even though I'm sure they had plenty of other things at the time happening, going on.
I remember
really coming under fire, and it really boggled me. And it seemed like I wouldn't want to have been them at that time, because I would have quit the hobby at that point.
Right. Yeah, I mean, a lot of it too, like back in I think it was Brick Fair, Virginia 2012, they pretty much, I mean, in my eyes, ruined what was a really good promo that the Lego store would do with conventions like that. And here's the link to the video.
What happened?
They went into the store and they bought a lot of stuff either for resale or to save and sell later down the line, essentially. And so the next year, of course, the thing's gone, and I think that also was part of my distaste for them and their channel back, you know, rooted very early on in 2012.
What was the store thing?
I linked it down below. But Brick Fair, Virginia, and other Lego conventions like it, to my understanding, but definitely Brick Fair, Virginia, used to have a thing with the local Lego store there, where if you were like signed up for the convention, you had your brick badge, right? You could go into the Lego store and get, depending on how much you spent, you could get 10 or 20% off your entire purchase or something like that. And so they abused that, and then it was gone. So
I see. I got it.
And not to say, you know, that's like a killer thing, you know, one thing defines a person, but to me, you know, 15-year-old me, I was just like, all right, that's effed up.
That was it. Okay, I see.
Yeah, no, I mean, that, and I get that.
But again, I also don't even know if that was the reason that it went away. But to me, that was always the reason. But like, I don't know. It's not like Lego ever said that this is why, or Brick Fair said this is why.
You know what we should do? We're in a position now, given that I think, Bricktech, are you in the Lego Ambassador Network too?
No.
No,
Not
Okay.
yet.
We're trying to get him in.
I've
We're
applied.
trying.
I applied in September. They were supposed to let me know it's been 5 months. What are you doing? I know Kim
So
listens to this, or used to.
Kim got
Well,
fired.
Kim's
What do you
gone.
mean?
He's
Kim's
not
gone.
there,
Rest in
so
peace, Kim.
he's my only point of contact.
He's
I know.
not in there anymore.
He's
You-
gone.
That's what I'm
got,
saying.
You got 3 more points of contact. You're good, man. No, it took me about 6 or 7 months before I was finally brought back in. So it does take a while.
Wait, you got kicked out?
TTV got kicked out. Yes.
What? Wait, what happened? Oh, okay. Can we shelve that and say what else you were
gotta
gonna
watch
say?
the Just Two
Absolutely,
podcast,
absolutely, yeah.
bro.
We'll get to that. But,
Okay.
But yeah, no. So now that we're in a position where we have direct contact with the folks who do that, who manage stuff like that, we're in the Lego Ambassador Network. We're ambassadors, and also I think 2, maybe 3 out of the 4 of us go to these conventions, go to Brick Fair, Virginia, at least semi-regularly, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
Now we're in a position to at least inquire, well, hey, 2018, you guys had a Lego store set up in the convention. Would it be possible to do that again and also bring back this deal from prior to 2012? I think that would be really cool, especially since Brick Fair, Virginia is hiking the price up again.
Oh,
So they're hiking the price up?
Yeah.
For signing up.
Yeah, for exhibitors.
What
Yeah.
is it now?
It's $70 if you get it before the $20 price.
Used to be 80 or 60, right?
Yeah, so it
Something
was
like
60 back when I went in 2016, and then they upped it another $5. Now they've upped it another $5.
Huh. Interesting.
So
But anyway,
it's definitely, yeah.
yeah, that was something I was expecting to see last year, was that Lego store at the place, and it wasn't there. So
Yeah, I don't know why. Like, I never heard about the end result of that. So
I would just say, if you're asking me, and given everything I know, it's a lot of hassle for Lego to just bring a lot of stuff to a place for 2 days or 3 days or whatever. Like, that's just a lot of work. Like, it might not be worth it for them to do it, or it might be worth it, but like they're not making enough to be worth it, you know?
I'm not sure, because there's also a Lego store near the convention
That
center.
too.
It's like 35 minutes away.
Right.
So-
Chicago's a lot closer too, but they still did a thing in Chicago anyway. I don't know.
Yeah. I think it's worth broaching, because now we're at a point where we have a way to directly contact the folks who would be able to influence decisions like this.
Right.
So what we should do is we should definitely broach a topic. I mean,
what if we use
never
it
got
for
to
a more
experience it, but-
important? What if we use our power for a more important thing?
if you say
You know where this is going.
Battle
Like, oh my gosh.
I have
you
a better
already
cause.
got your gunship, Brian.
No, that was a consolation prize that they handed to me. I still want more.
Consolation. Are there going to be? Do you think there's going to be 501st Troopers in such a Clone Wars summer wave?
It might be in the Bark Speeder with ATRT set. It's not impossible, maybe, but I still want the battle pack, and I ain't stopping until it happens.
You can have your battle pack when I get my Bionicle Lego Ideas set.
I want
okay?
that to happen. I am in your boat with that. The Bionicle Lego
Thank
Ideas
you.
set is nice.
Mark,
It
okay,
will
mark
happen.
my words. I will say this on recording. If that set is a thing, then for the next, up until I get the set, we'll say that, I will add 501st Battle Pack to my Twitter bio.
Nice.
Yes. Yes.
Nice.
All right. So
Anyway,
up to the point that it's announced it's going to happen to the time I get it. I will add
anyway, how did TTV get kicked out of LAN, and can they get kicked out again so there's a spot for Greg?
that. First of all, to the second question, no, there's already a spot for Greg, and I clawed my way back. Dang it, you're not getting it. The reason we got kicked out the first time, the only time, was it's a little twofold.
Mhm.
So one, it was because the whole Jonathan Juan stuff started happening.
Oh, yeah,
that
that was
all
like 2
occurred
years
and became
ago.
a very public deal.
Hmm.
For those who don't know what I'm talking about, head on over to Just Do Good's channel, Just Do Podcast with me on it, because I explained it there.
Yeah. One of my favorite, the episode I'm most proud of, honestly, because that was fantastic.
It
Dude,
so turned
yeah.
out brilliantly. I love it.
I know. Put a lot of effort.
So that all started happening, and that all occurred. I came back in the TTV, and from the time he was removed from the TTV channel to the time we were kicked out, we hadn't informed Lego that we have removed our ambassador because he was the ambassador. Not my choice, by the way, but he ended up putting himself there. And so we got an email saying, so you guys are a little too controversial right now. Also, you didn't tell us your ambassador's gone. Bye.
Sheesh.
You can come back and you can reapply in 6 months.
Dang.
I think it ended up being closer to a year. So that was kind of sudden too, because they never reached out to us. They were never like, hey, so do you guys still have an ambassador? They were just like, all right, no ambassador. You didn't tell us. Also, you're really controversial right now. See ya.
Dang.
Because they claimed that his outing was a very public deal, and we did it in a very public and dramatic way, which is hilarious for 2 reasons. One, at no point did any of the conversation about his removal happen on our channel. So the video where he was interviewed and outed for being a despicable monster,
Right,
and the video I did with Justin were on completely separate channel that we didn't even advertise on the TTV channel.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
So they weren't on our platform at all. Additionally, I was removed 7 months before all this happened in a very public manner, and people were very ticked off about that.
You're removed from TTV.
Yes, from TTV.
Why was that?
So,
I definitely have heard it, but I've forgotten.
So the reason, and this is covered in Justin's video that we did, the reason I was removed is because I conflicted heavily with a guy called Jonathan Juwan.
Oh, same guy. Okay, that's right.
Same guy. And we did not get along. Absolutely at all. Because I've said this. I said this up to the point that I was removed. He's an awful human. He's a terrible person.
How do you really feel about him?
Well, you see.
He'll tell you after
read
the
my
show.
autobiography. So he managed to manipulate almost every other person in the group by he would like go to people and say, hey, would you like him removed, or would you like something to change? And then the people would say, well, we'd like something to change.
Huh.
So you want him removed? And then he'd go to the other owners of the group, the other co-founders, and he'd be like, these people say if LJ's not removed, then they're gonna leave.
It's like Papa John's getting kicked out of Papa John's.
I'm basically, except I didn't say a friggin' racial slur.
No, I think that's a wild thing in itself. But I watched the H3 podcast. I don't know. But anyway,
I in all fairness, I haven't. I wasn't.
It's a good podcast. It's a good podcast.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll check it out. Listen, I don't know Papa John's. I don't eat there. I don't know what he.
Oh, it's the best.
I don't know if he did
40
anything.
pizzas in 30 days.
He had
He
not
terrified
eaten.
in there.
He had them
Had them.
in his possession.
Oh man.
But yeah. So basically, he went around and he twisted people's words to say, "All right, they want him out. They want him out. If LJ isn't kicked out, then everyone is going to leave."
Huh.
And so the other two, the co-creators, they fought it tooth and nail to the very end, up until the point where they figured, well, I guess everyone's going to leave if we don't kick him out. And so eventually they made the decision, kind of being strong-armed to do it, to kick me. Come to find out, absolutely none of that was true. It was a complete and total fabrication. Or the whole if I'm not kicked out, everyone will leave was a complete fabrication.
Would you call this
every way?
The Day of Reckoning?
I
It's
don't
a
know.
Papa John's reference, but never mind. Nobody got it.
Oh wait, yeah, right. Has the Day of Reckoning come yet?
I think there's still more info that he can't share because he's going through like legal processes. But I think he outed a lot of stuff on the actual H3 podcast, so you should watch it. Yeah, if you haven't,
I gotta check that
or
out.
since you haven't. So
Good one.
yeah, you should.
I
It's
definitely
real good. Yeah, I listened to that as soon as it came out. I was on that whole thing.
I only got through half of it, so I got to see more.
Oh yeah, you gotta watch the whole thing. It's very good. But yeah, so they kicked you out of TTV. Then TTV got kicked out of LAN, and now everything's back, just the way it was, minus Jonathan.
Yeah, they kicked me out of TTV. I came back to TTV. Jonathan was kicked out of TTV, and then we were kicked out of LAN, and now we're back in the LAN, and everything's all hunky dory.
Well, that's good.
It's very good.
Until the next drama, and then you get kicked out again.
Great, thanks a bunch. Now you've jinxed it.
Now you mentioned it on this podcast. Does that still constitute old drunk? Like, are we digging it up? Are they gonna hear this and kick you out?
They better not.
I don't know. Could happen.
I'm not starting it because, I mean, Jonathan is still in the Lego community under a new name, and I've done him a very kind courtesy by not mentioning it.
Huh.
Oh, wait. Can you? Okay.
Can you DM? Can you drop it in the chat?
I'll tell you. I'll tell you guys after this.
Okay.
Anyway,
I have an interesting little topic. I was in Jacksonville this weekend for a wedding, or not. I was in St. Augustine for a wedding, but I went up to Jacksonville first to check out the Lego store there, and then on my way back towards St. Augustine, there was this little, or actually it was in St. Augustine, yeah. There was this little toy shop. You could probably find it if you Googled St. Augustine Lego or something, because it's like the one thing that showed up on Google for me. But on their site, it said they sold Lego, and so I went into the store, and where I found where like the wall of Lego had been, and it was significantly diminished, replaced by like Playmobil and I think Mega Constructs. I have video of it I'll have to look at, but there was not much Lego left. Like the most recent set might have been a January 2019 Overwatch set, and so I was talking to the lady that I think owns it because she was the only one there, and it's a pretty small shop, so I can only assume, but I was like, so you guys aren't getting any new Lego stuff, or what's the deal? She's like, no, we stopped carrying Lego because, you know, they want to have, or they charge so much percentage. They want to control the price. You have to buy so much from them for them to want to keep selling it to you. So it just kind of hit me like, is Lego forcing out these small retailers by being, I mean, perhaps it's in Lego's best interest to only sell to Walmart, Target, and Amazon because they're just selling massive quantities to them. But I still feel like there's also like a large market across some places. I know this is a lot bigger in Germany, but like America, you don't see this very often. And to see a small shop like forced out of selling Lego, it kind of sucks because they're just so hard to find. And I feel like Lego is really missing a market there. And it's like, are they forcing out smaller retailers like this? That's kind of the vibe I got, is that this person was forced to not carry Lego anymore, which kind of sucks. So,
well, that's hard to say, because it's hard to say because I don't know if we really know like the store's operating costs or their business. Like,
right. Yeah, there's a lot of variables for sure.
Yeah, there are a ton of things that I feel like might add on to that, because it doesn't surprise me basically whatsoever that happened, that they said Lego is charging this, they want to control how much it is, and so on and so forth, because Lego is I feel like it'd be difficult to argue Lego has the hold on plastic brick built toys.
I'd say so.
I think that's very difficult to argue, and as such they've built that hold on a very specific way of going about things, working with outside real retailers, because they like to. They don't technically have to, because they have their own website. Right? They can control their prices at all entirely on their own. I figure that has something to do with it, because they have their own site, because they want to keep the prices to this cost. They want that to be across the board, or maybe even higher, to, like, hey, check out our website instead. I don't think there's a there's a maliciousness in the sense that it's not personal, it's just business.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's like, I'm sure they're not going, man, those stupid small-time retailers.
Yeah.
Those small businesses.
But part of me also feels like it's like, you're going to walk in, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, and as this continues to happen, I'm sure, because I'm sure stores like that aren't picking up Lego, more so getting rid of it. You're just going to walk into all these like small toy stores and you'll never find Lego. You'll find Mega Bloks, you'll find Playmobil, and from there, Lego loses their foothold. Like, could happen. Wild conspiracy. Yeah. Do you guys have any small toy stores like that around where you live? Like with Lego?
No.
Oh, you live in Idaho. That's right. Yeah, Greg and LJ live in the middle of nowhere. That's true.
I have bricks and minifigs.
Okay, yeah, that's different. Yeah,
but they're kind of like they're too big to fail on the term on the scale of small time.
Right. Bricks and minifigs doesn't get like direct Lego retail though.
I think they might be
They do not.
like a certified Lego retailer.
They do not.
Really?
Yes, really. No, they don't. I know the guy who runs one in Lisle, Illinois, like somewhere near Brookville, Chicago. And they do not. They just don't.
Interesting.
Okay,
there's
good.
There's another like Lego-ish store called Bricknology.
Yes.
That's in another Idaho city.
Oh, how close is that to you?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
Not close.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but
they are
they
Lego retail.
Are.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I know they exist. I don't know if they got a special deal, but I think they you have to buy like at a minimum $10,000 worth of product.
Right.
To get into that kind of agreement.
Huh. I guess that would be a lot for the toy store I was at. That does seem like it would be a lot. But the interesting you bring up Bricknology. One of the things from my understanding is that Lego doesn't want to sell to stores like that are just selling Lego toys. They want to sell to stores that sell many kinds of toys, right? At least in America. I don't quite think that's quite the case outside of America, but within America, that's why you don't see a lot of stores like that. I believe. So. Mm-hmm. All right.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's just kind of my knowledge on that. That's what I got in my head. We should move on. Kind of get through some things because we do have Lego Masters on here soon. Let's talk about Lego Night Mode. Lego Night Mode. This was a shocking development last Thursday, and has sparked some controversy. But you know, I don't remember where I saw the article. It might have been on it's whoever created like the first lighting. It's light. God, I can't remember. Why can't I remember? But there's some controversy behind this, but that'll have to be saved for another time, I guess. Just in general, we'll just talk about Night Mode though. We'll save the controversy. What do you guys think about like the idea of Lego making lighting kits? I always thought it was like a market they were missing, and it's kind of interesting to see them testing the waters here. These aren't products for sale, but they're like Lego just kind of threw them out there at Lego World Copenhagen or whatever, and wanted to see what people's reactions were. So let's give them some reactions.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was surprising to see that they're very weird technique that they're trying to do of just like, I don't know, spread awareness of this idea. Like,
that's different.
That was weird, but it's a fantastic idea because a lot of people, I can speak personally, I don't use Lego light kits because I'm like ultra purist. So I'm like, if it ain't released by Lego, I can't put it there or something like that, you know, as a brick edition. So to see ones released by Lego makes it so much more motivating to light up the Lego sets. Okay. I'd buy all the ones I have sets for, honestly.
On display, at least. I don't think you know how expensive that would be.
Yeah, I don't even know what are the prices of these.
I believe so if you look at the bottom or one of the bottom pictures on the brick set here, the Ford Mustang kit is 329 Danish krona, I believe, and I think that's somewhere around 50 or 60 US dollars. I did
how about the diner
like a month ago. The diner doesn't have a price on it there, but it would be more.
But that one would
probably be like 100, 120
for sure.
Yeah, like these. These get expensive fast. Actually, it might be less because it has less lights. I don't know. But yeah, these can get very expensive very fast. So I don't know if you want to say that.
Yeah.
But, Greg, LJ, what do you guys think? Are you going to have some night lights?
Greg?
I think it's an awesome idea. I would have loved to do this even before now, but that's the thing. The prices always held me back. I've seen the cost in these lighting kits, and it's insane. And I don't know how much better Lego is going to be in that regard. But if there's a set that you really love or whatever, it'd be cool to light it up, you know?
Yeah, I feel like that's kind of where I'm at on it too. I couldn't imagine
I don't think
myself
you're
buying
do this
a ton.
Like every Lego set you have, like you're gonna be like, I'm gonna buy this one, this one, this one. You're gonna pick like that one set and be like, yeah, we're lighting it.
Yeah, I see. Huh. Well, I mean, personally, yeah, I'd buy all the ones for the ones I have on display, but I think Lego should invest in this.
I like the name and I like the box concept.
Yeah, night mode,
black box, night mode. Yeah, that works really well. LJ.
Yeah. I think it's a great idea. I really do think that it's, like you said, it's a market that Lego wasn't really touching on before.
Right.
Kind of a missed opportunity. So I'm glad to see that they're at least acknowledging that. I like that they're getting into this. I think it's going to be great for those massive sets like they showed here, like the treehouse and the Hogwarts castle. those are really good examples to pick.
Yeah.
I think seeing sets like that are lit up would be awesome. I think it's great. Wonderful idea. Wonderful concept. We're going to give it a 5 out of 10 on the execution.
I will say, I have an experience with one lighting kit, and they're nice. It's really nice to have it lit up in a dark room or whatever, but it also to me was kind of a little painful to try to put together and figure out and do the whole thing. So if Lego can devise a way to make it a lot easier for the end consumer, that would be great. I think if they can't improve upon existing lighting kits, I don't think they should put it out though, because I did find it a little difficult to put together from what I remember. I mean, it's been like over a year, but
wait, so what does it entail usually? Like taking apart old sets, or like what?
Yeah, I mean, you would have to, you have to run pieces through other pieces. You have to pull pieces off.
Really?
You end up with a big battery box somewhere, either hanging off your set or inside of your set if it's big enough or has a compartment that could fit it. So
all those are all that's news to me as somebody who doesn't buy like sets. Like
if you
was just like I'd buy them, but then
if you look at the Harry Potter one and you look at the little boats in the water that are apparently lit up, how the hell are they lit up? They're so small. You're either gonna have these nasty looking wires running to them. Like I don't know how that works because it's so small. But yeah, that's where I'm at. It's a good idea. If Lego can improve upon the existing method of it, great. If not, probably leave it. I don't, I like it, but it's not. Its current system is just not that great.
I agree with that.
I'm gonna skip my rabbit hole, save it for a next week.
Oh, take it.
Yeah, we're gonna save that. We'll do one final topic here. Lego Friends Play Cubes, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Aren't we excited for the Play Cubes? Number one on everybody's list for this Christmas season. Series 2. Are we not excited? Are you not impressed?
Listen here.
Yeah, dude. Oh my gosh, I bought one and I never opened it.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I'll have you know that I have no idea what you're talking about.
Basically, Lego has a new blind box of like pets.
Hey, this saves Pro Lego Channel's Blind Bag Friday or whatever.
That's true. He loves those.
Okay, so it's kind of like the collectible minifigure series stuff.
I can't. It's not like that, but I can't tell you what it is to be honest. So,
have you seen them?
No.
Okay, I'll post a pic in the Discord.
It's
okay.
linked,
and I think you'll give away.
Honestly, I don't quite
linked?
understand why Lego doesn't switch the boxes and not bags. My only thought process for that was because it saves more shelf space.
For CMFs?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Because here's the thing, they used to go with boxes because in 2001 all the way up to about 2003.
Oh, the mask ones
and the Star
Wars.
The
mask packs. Bionicle
those are so cool.
Bionicle had collectible masks and collectible like piranha, which you guys don't know what those are. They're plastic.
Hey, how do you mean?
They're like rubbery masks instead of the plastic.
Yeah, I don't know them by name, but
yeah.
So
but
were they all like?
Were
they all the same? Were they all the same shape?
Different shapes. You had the choice. You had 6 different shapes in 6 different colors, and then the piranha came out, and you had 8 different shapes in 12 different colors.
So I'll tell you why I think they use bags now instead of boxes for their minifigures, right? You're looking at a time in 2001 and 2003 that was very different than when 2009 rolled around, where I feel like blind bags had really started to become popularized, and throughout like the early 2010s were obviously super popular, big YouTube, EvanTube HD money there. Yeah. So that's, I think like blind bag is a thing, right? I don't like blind box is not a thing. Like people to feel it. They want to. What do you mean?
Blind box is a thing.
I don't know. Well, blind box.
Where's a blind box? Are we talking about like Fortnite pinatas at Walmart?
No, Kid Robot. Also,
I don't know what that is.
Oh,
but I like if you go to Target, there's a whole aisle of blind bags.
Those big mystery boxes on YouTube, like that was another thing. They'd get a big mystery box and they'd open it all up. So I always think blind boxes are a thing.
Oh well, yeah, but
I just think it's a cost.
Blind bags are more popular to me, but
they have more shelf space potential. Like that's why blind bags.
I'm thinking it's a shelf space because these were a huge thing in 2001, 2003, and the only reason I'm using that example is because of the variety of things you could get out of them. That was so large. Like Lego continued this all the way until 2007. Like
Yeah.
this was a thing all the way up until then.
Okay, I see some of
It
these
has to
blind
be
boxes.
because if it's a box and not a bag, you can't feel what's
Right.
in there and get a better idea, so you end up buying more.
Well, yeah, but I mean, even the Lego bags, you can't quite feel. You know, some people aren't trained enough. You know, like
I would say most people aren't, but I mean, you can get an idea.
I think it's just shelf space, honestly.
Yeah, that's the only reason I suspect, because otherwise, from the perspective of potential purchases, I would assume a box would be more
hey,
likely to be bought more of.
3 of the 4 of us are in the land. We could potentially find out.
You know what?
This
That's
is
a good point.
this is a good Lego. This is a Kevin Hinkle question.
No,
He would know. He would know. If anybody knows, he would know. I'm gonna send him. We're gonna find out. All right.
All right.
LJ, where can people find you and your dead YouTube channel?
All right, they can find me and my dead YouTube channels.
That's right.
On YouTube. The first one is the TTV channel. We've been running for about 10 years as of this year. We have
congratulations.
podcasts, set reviews, a whole slew of fun activities. Primarily, it's construction and Bionicle related, but of course, we do dabble in other Lego themes.
Did you ever do
Additionally,
the Star Wars construction?
I would like to. I mean, one of these days, I think it'd be fun to just be able to say, I've reviewed all construction sets.
Yeah, I guess that's your next thing left in life.
I don't know if I
Bionicle
could
down.
though. I don't have the space right now. Bionicle is taking up all of it.
Anyway, please continue.
The other one you can find me at is LJ Johnson. That's ELJAYJOHNSEN. And I have, of course, my Bionicle stuff every now and then. I'll do a set review. I'll do a fun video talking about all the different Bionicle projects I do voice work for, or I'll do just some game spotlight. But primarily, I have a currently on hiatus show called The LJ Johnson Show, where I bring on new and interesting people every week when it's airing, of course, to talk about their unique and interesting perspective on the shared Lego hobby.
Burkitect will be a guest.
Absolutely.
Per source. I have an inside source.
My uncle works for LJ Johnson.
All right, we'll have that link. We'll have that link down below. Greg and Jesse, you guys have anything else you need to say?
I was gonna say I took a double look at the Friends things because I didn't realize it was the new Spring Wave. I thought it was just names. I like the movie one. That's all I gotta say.
Okay. All right.
And the sweet shop.
Yeah. Anything else you want to get in here? Last chance. All right. Thank you all for watching episode 80. We'll catch you all next week. Lego Masters is coming up. Deuces.